Hi guys, it's Sarah from the Lonely Rose 9314, and these are my most anticipated releases in 2016. 34 of these books are going to be actually released in 2016, and a lot of them are coming from my Amazon wish list, but they're already out already. I just haven't read them. These are not books that I have on my shelf that I have to read. Yet these are books that I want to purchase in 2016 and read because I have a new goal, and my new reading goal is going to be to try to read 100 books. Since I only read 16 in the year 2015, I want to actually read more and branch out from where I'm staying, because usually I just read paranormal stuff, and I've read a lot of contemporary this year that really surprised me. What's really surprising is that a contemporary was my #1 on my top 15 of 2015 list. If you want to know what that was, I'll link the description down below, the video down below, so you can see my thoughts on all the books I read in 2015, because there wasn't that much of them. So the list is very easy to make. So for this, I actually don't have a lot of synopsis in my head about what they're about, so I'm just going to be saying my most anticipated releases and when they come out, or if they're already out. So there will be no description on these novels, and again, I'm sorry about that. So coming in at number 1 is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I'm gonna apologize in advance for butchering names. My handwriting, I scribble a lot, so I can't even read some of what I put. So this is set to release on January 5th, 2016. Coming in at number 2 is Cruel Crown by Victoria Aveyard, which is a novella for between Red Queen and Glass Swords. This one comes out January 5th, 2016. So coming out at number 3 is something that most people are excited for, and I'm no different. I have to wait to get this one because, alas, I don't have money to buy books at the moment. But coming in at number 3 is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. This comes out January 5th of 2016. The fourth one is one that I haven't really heard going around BookTube a lot, and that's Shadow and Verse by Catherine Macmillan. This comes out January 19th, 2016. Coming in at number 5 is The Siren by Kiara Cass. This comes out January 26th, 2016. Number 6 is Assassin's Heart by Sarah Avins, and this comes out February 2nd, 2016. Number 7 is These Vicious Masks by Taryn Shorten and Kelly Zelglas. This comes out February 9th, 2016. Coming in at number 8 is Reign of Shadows by Sophie Tinder, and this comes out February 9th, 2016. Number 9 is one of my most anticipated releases, like my most, like it's on the, if I had to pick a top 5, this would be on the top. And this is Glass Swords by Victoria Aveyard, which is the second book in the Red Queen series, and this comes out February 9th. Coming in at number 11 is Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine. This comes out February 16th, and this is what I believe to be a Snow White retelling. Maybe. It kind of looks like a Snow White retelling, so I'm excited. So coming in at number 11 is The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Corey. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that one. This comes out February 23rd, and from what I've heard, this is a retelling of Aladdin. And I don't read a lot of retellings of Aladdin, but I found 2 that I'm interested in. This is one of them. And the other one's gonna come out later in this list. Number 12 is After the Woods by Kim Savage. This comes out February 23rd, 2016. Number 13 is The Girl Who Fell by S.M. Parker, and this comes out March 15th, 2016. Number 14 is Burning Glass by Catherine Prudy. This comes out March 1st. So, coming at number 15 is gonna be something that's gonna probably circle around book 2 for a while, and that's Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This comes out March 8th, 2016. And I think it's kind of like a spin-off series from the Mortal Instruments, or so I've heard. Don't kill me if it's not, I'm sorry. Okay, so number 16 is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This comes out March 22nd, and from what I've heard about this book, it's what happens post-rape. So there are trigger warnings for rape in this one, just to warn everyone about that. Number 17 is When We Collide by Emery Land, and this comes out April 5th. Number 18 is Firecaster by Cinda Williams Chima, and this comes out April 5th as well. Number 19 is another one of my most anticipated releases, and that is Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead. This also comes out April 5th. Yeah. So number 20 is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. If you guys are not familiar with Jay Kristoff, he wrote Illuminae, which was pretty big in the year 2015. And Nevernight is about assassins, so I'm sold already. Number 21 is by an author I actually just recently read this year, and that's The Trials of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan, however you want to say his name. And this comes out May 3rd. So, yeah. So, number 22 is Ruined by Amy Tatara, and that comes out May 3rd as well. This one has a gorgeous cover, by the way. And number 22 is A Star Touched Queen by... I don't even want to butcher that name. That name is going to be so hard to spell, but this comes out May 3rd, 2016. Number 24 is Please Don't Tell by Laura Tins. This comes out May 24th, 2016. Number 25 is And I Darken by Kristen White. This comes out June 28th, and I'm excited for this one, mostly because it's by the same author who wrote Paranormalcy, and I'm reading that at the moment, and it's funny, so yay. This one, number 26, is The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I've heard nothing but good things about Victoria Schwab's writing, and this one has pirates in it, so I'm sold. And this one also comes out on July 5th. So this one, number 27, is actually an interesting book, and I actually remember the synopsis for this one, and that is A World Without You by Beth Revis, who wrote the... oh god, the Across the Universe series. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what the first book is called. And this A World Without You centers around a man. I think he has mental illness. His friend dies, and he doesn't want to believe that. So he makes up an imaginary world where she's there. So that's gonna be fun. That comes out July 19th. So another one. So number 28 is A Star Maiden by M.J. Melrose, and that comes out July 19th, 2016. Coming in at number 29 is actually one that I can't wait for, and that is A Torch Against the Night by Tahir. This is the second book on the Ember of the Ashes series, and that is one of my favorite new series of the year. I thought it was going to be a standalone, so I knocked off a couple of points, so I'm excited for it. No offense, but Team Helios. Yep, Team Helios right here, so sorry, Laia and Elias shippers, I don't ship that. Coming in at number 30 is Fear the Drowning Deep by Sarah Glenn Marsh, and that comes out in September. We don't yet have an actual release date, so So number 31 is A Shadow Bright and Burning. I didn't write down the author, and that makes me mad, but this comes out September 20th, 2016. Number 32 is another one of my big releases, and that is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, The Hammer of Thor, coming out October 4th, 2016. What really says book part for me is that I read it. I just barely read it, and it made number 2 or 3 on my top 15 of 2015 list. I was really impressed by that book, so of course I'm anticipating the release of The Hammer of Thor. So number 33 is going to be on a lot of booktubers' lists, and that is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I have yet to read the Lunar Chronicles yet, but this is also on my list. So, yep. And this comes out November 8th, 2016. For people who don't know what this one is about, it is about the Queen of Hearts, which before she became the Queen of Hearts, so I'm excited about this. There's been so many retellings about this that didn't get it right, so let's hope Marissa Meyer can do justice. And the last new book of 2016 that I'm going to mention is Ever the Hunted by Evie I'm sorry, I'm butchering everyone's names, but this comes out December 27th, 2016, and from what I've heard about this one, it's a Robin Hood retelling, but it is a girl version of Robin Hood, so I'm excited about that. Now moving on to the books that I want to read in 2016 that I have yet to pick up yet, but they're out. So we shall see. It's been a while. Been a while. And this one, I actually know a couple of the plots. So let's get started. Okay, so on this list I have Emery and Oliver. This tells the story of Emmy and Oliver. What happens is that they're childhood friends. And one day Oliver is kidnapped by his father. And Emmy does not see him until her high school year. So this one I've heard about good things about, and I'm excited to read it because he actually shows back up, and it's more about a friendship and how it falls apart, but I'm excited to read this because I want to read more books about friendships. Yeah. So the second book I'm going to mention is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness and Sabat. I'm going to butcher her name, and I really don't want to, but this is a award winner. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and they're turning it into a movie, so I really want to read that. I'm gonna go past a few of these, mostly because those are my pre-ordered ones that I just mentioned. So another one is Percy Jackson series. I've yet to start the Percy Jackson series. I just barely finished Magnus Chase, and I really want to read the book that made everyone fall in love with Rick Riordan, so I'm excited. Another one is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie J. Walton. Another one is Thousand Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings, where the death rate is higher than the birth rate. So I'm excited. The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. I'm gonna try to get into Patrick Ness's writing this year. So, and then Every Day by David Levin. From what I've understand about this book, it's about a guy who pretty much wakes up in a different body every day. So that seems like an interesting plot. synopsis. I'll Meet You There by Heather Demetrios. I've heard a couple things about this one. I want to be surprised going in. The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I don't know what it's about, but I really don't want to going in. Another book I've heard a lot about is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. The Queen of the Tierling by Erica Johansson. I don't really know much about this book, but I know Emma Watson is going to play a character in the movie, so I really want to read this book before the movie comes out. So, yeah. The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. Poison Study by Maria V. Schneider, which I've heard a lot about. The Martian by Andy Weir, which is seems to be the most popular movie of 2015 as of late. Ready Player One by Ernest Clyde. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. A Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab. Ink and Bone by Rachel Kane. The Scorpion Rules by Aaron Bow. From what I understand about this one is that they had to sacrifice their children because of war, to stop war from happening, and if your country goes to war, your child dies. So I'm excited to see that one. A Man Is So Discreet, gorgeous cover. Vengeance Road, which is a revenge story, and I love revenge stories. So, yeah. Let's see. Legacy of Kings by Eleanor Herman, which is supposed to be, I think it is a King Arthur retelling, so I'm excited about that. And the girl who wrote it is an historian, so this might be a good book to pick up. Ruby Red by Christian Gear. The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. Starcrossed by Josephine Angler. Trial by Fire by the same person. Easy by Tamara Weber. Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire. Slam by Colleen Hoover. I'm going to have a lot of Colleen Hoover on this list, mostly because I have never read her before and I've heard nothing but good things about her books. So, bear with me. Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. November 9th by Colleen Hoover. 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnson, which is 1,001 Nights retelling. I think that's what it is. The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adair. Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groden. All I know is this one sounds interesting. Like, really interesting. Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I've heard nothing but good things about this series, so fingers crossed. Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, which I've heard is a really, really good contemporary read. It might have made it on my list if I actually read it. So, Wicked by Jennifer Earl Armentrout. Lying Out Loud by Cody Keplinger. The Deaf by Cody Keplinger, even though a lot of people hate this book for whatever reason. A Game of Thrones by George R. R. Martin. Elena Vanishing by Claire B. Dunkel, which is on there because I promised myself I would try to read more biographies this year. Fingers crossed. Take Me On by Katie McGrary. Crash Into You by Katie McGrary. Wild Cards by Simone Elgles. The Marvels by Brian Sleesman. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. The Coldest Girl in Cool Town by Holly Black. These Broken Stars by Megan Spooner. The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. Never Fade by Alexandria Bracken, which is the second book in the Darkest Minds trilogy, which I still have yet to read. I've read the Darkest Minds, I just haven't read the other two. The Immortal Rules by Julie Kakagwa. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Demon Glass by Rachel Hawkins. Cinder by Marissa Meyer, or just the Lunar Chronicles in general, because they have gorgeous covers. I have to finish the Throne of Glass series too, or at least catch up. Well, from what I heard, it's a 6-book series, and there's only like 2 books left, so I guess I can wait for those. Maybe. Possibly. A Court of Thrones and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Daughter of Deep Silence by Carrie Ryan. Unforgiven by Lauren Kate because it follows Cam and I love Cam. Catalyst by H.M. Ward, and that looks to be it, maybe. Hopefully, let's view other list. Yeah, there's still a few more, sorry about this. Half Bad by Sally Green. Vanishing Girls by Lauren Oliver, even though I can't get in any of her writings. The plots are good, but I can't get into her writing, and I'm really trying. If I Stay by Gail Foreman. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Kabotsky. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. All the Rage by Courtney Summers. And that is actually it, guys. That was it for my most anticipated releases of 2016. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I keep on forgetting that I have other things that I have. I really should write these down somewhere. So please bear with me. I'm sorry. So there's Roofless by Caroline Lee Adams. There's Dreamland by Robert L. Anderson. I already have Firewalker. Yay. There's A Whole New World by Liz Brands. Which is another Aladdin retelling, only if Jafar won, which I think would pretty. Branswell. Ugh. Another one is Walk on an Earth a Stranger by Ray Carson. These Shallow Graves by Jennifer Donnelly, and To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. So there you guys have it. That was the books I want to read on my 2016 list, TBR, not counting the books that I still have not yet read that are sitting on my shelves because I know I have like over 70 of them. And I want to buy a lot more. So what is your guys' most anticipated release of 2016? Leave a comment down below, let me know, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!